Hi everybody, it's Christopher Massey here again. This is part 2 of the keyword generation video series for Market Samurai. Now, if you just finished watching the part 1, you might have noticed that the clock was about 10:08 and it's now 10:30, and this is literally just finished. And that's sort of giving you an indication of how long it can take when there's 800 keywords to search through, and that will take even longer, as I've said, when there's local competition columns to be added in here. Basically, the more of these that you tick, the longer it takes, and when you've got local competition, when you've got a local search on there, you've got even more options. So, first of all, I've actually got some custom filters set up here. By default, if I just flick back, I think it's set to golden rules. When you first install Market Samurai, which is garbage in my opinion. It can be great. Golden rules is what Market Samurai say. If you've got keywords that come up in here, if you've got like 4 or 5 here, these are like the sweet spot that you will find right for sort of monetization. Now, they use broad match type. I prefer exact. I use daily. They use daily, but their settings sort of, they're alright. It depends on the way that you want to do it, I guess. Personally, I'd rather tweak it a little bit, and as you use this, I'm sure you will too. So I'm going to flick it back to all, and we'll go through how to set up your own filters a bit later on. So the overview of this section really was what actually makes a good keyword, and like I say, Market Samurai themselves would recommend anything that comes up under golden rules. The fact is, these days, less and less niches have anything inside golden rules, and when you're looking at like the amount of time it takes you to search for that sort of to go through that stage and come away with no results. Well, that's one of the reasons why I said really that you should be looking to outsource this. If you're serious about it, you don't want to be sat there for an hour at a time wasting an hour looking for some keywords. You want to pay someone a small amount and let them do it instead. You just give them sort of high level keywords, and they come back to you the next day with a list of good, solid golden rules, for want of a better term. But that's digressing somewhat. So the first thing I do when I've generated my keywords is sort them by searches, total searches. I always use this column even when I'm going daily, local searches as well. This just sort of gives you, it gives you a top-down list of what the keyword is and what its daily search total is. So, according to Google, what this is basically saying is for yo-yo tricks, you get on average about 487, say 500 searches a day, because these figures, you'll see them over and over again. I don't know where it gets them from exactly, but there's no way that it's always 487 people searching for a specific keyword. So I just like to sort of round it up or down to the nearest. Like this one would be 250, that one would be sort of 200, 220-ish. That's the way I look at it anyway. So I'll cover what these columns actually mean in the next video. But for now, the way that I would look at this is, okay, we've got, fair enough, we've got a decent amount of keywords. First one that comes up, the search engine competition, the lower of this, the better. Basically what search engine competition is, very, very briefly, is the amount of people competing. I covered that, I think, in the second video, but it's the amount of people competing for this keyword. Now, I've got it set on there. Like I say, I've got it set on exact. If you set this to broad, you'll find miles higher numbers in this column. But I'm saying this person has searched exactly for yo space games. Now, I know this is actually a games company because it came up in my Google results before, but so this isn't people actually searching for games to play with a yo-yo, but I guess that's where more detailed keyword research would come in. So you're scrolling down, you get less and less people. I mean, I will actually go for anything that's got above 50 a day. I reckon that's not bad. What this is saying, like I say, I'm going to cover this properly in the next video section. But what this is basically saying is there's 53. So say 50 people searching for yo-yo bus every day on google.co.uk, and what this is saying is 22 people is the sort of maximum that you can expect to achieve if you was #1 on Google. They say at least half of the traffic is going to come to you, just under half, sorry, is going to come to you, and there's very, very little competition. So I mean, this Yo-Yo Bus one is one that I would want to do a bit more investigation on. I have no idea what that actually means at this point, and that's, you know, part of the joys of keyword research. You might find that this is some trick that you can do with a yo-yo. It might be a company, might be some sort of events organisation. You just don't know, and I'm not going to search because it would probably turn out to be some porn or something, knowing my luck. But so that would be that would get ticked. Yo-yo test, that one would get ticked. So I'd be looking around these ones really. These are all looking like decent keywords. I mean, they got some decent traffic. That's, you know, you're looking at, say, 20 people a day to your yo-yo shop. Right, fair enough. It doesn't sound like loads, and in a way, it's not loads. But you're talking about a very sort of niche market there. Now, I said earlier that if it was me, I would be looking for a Duncan yo-yo. So let's have a quick look and see if Duncan yo-yos has come back in the. There we are, loads of them. So straight away, like I say, I've registered my domain as myduncanyoyo.co.uk. So now I'm looking for things that I can sell or write some content about. Well, this stuff's gold, really. I mean, this is exactly what Google say people are searching for. So right away, okay, the searches are not massive, right? But we've just covered this. You're selling to a very select group of people here that they're looking specifically to buy or for tips or whatever on Duncan branded yo-yos, right? So straight away, you've got some topics here that you can either write about or look into selling. Now, Duncan Yo, that looks terrible. I don't know what's going on there. That looks terrible. But the rest of them, you can see that anything under 150 a day, 150,000 search engine competition, is, in my opinion, a decent thing to go for. Now, these are not high searches, but you've got to remember I've got this on Exact, and I might, if I swap it to Broad, it'll probably blow up or something. Oh, it's done it. Like I say, I don't use Broad at all. I think it's just garbage, personally, because the way that I interpret Broad is this could be someone searching for Duncan Butterfly, could be someone searching for Butterfly Yo-Yo. I don't know. I don't like it personally. I don't use it, so I can't tell you any more than that. But I like to be on the sort of pessimistic side, and if I think that I'm only going to get 3 searches a day for this, then, you know, if I get anything more, then, you know, Bonza got a bit of a bonus there. So whether you consider this to be a good niche or not, like I say, this is purely for sort of testing this whole process, really. But right now, I'm saying, what makes a good keyword? Well, Duncan Yo-Yo seems to be a decent keyword here for if you were selling yo-yos. And this is all the stuff underneath. These are all your key phrases that you would look at marketing. And I'm sure there's more. If I scroll down, there's tons. There you go. That's not a bad one at all. You've got to think about your market size. You know, if you're selling yo-yos, they're not that popular anymore. So I guess, you know, if you can get, well, like this guy, you're probably not going to beat that, to be honest, because that's obviously the company website's going to come #1 there. But you're looking at some decent-ish traffic there if you can produce a decent site. So that covers keyword generation, really, from how I look at it. You know, you choose a top level keyword, like a generic one, and then you look down, you niche it down, do a bit of research into it, and then from there you want to choose your sub keyword, which in my case would have been Duncan Yo-Yo, and then from there you get these key phrases, which are the thing that will actually get people onto your site. So long as you've got a web page that says like myduncanyoyos.co.uk / Duncan Yo-Yo tricks.html or whatever, you're going to get, most likely, fair enough, that's pretty high competition for what it is, but you're probably going to get at least a hit a day. So that's 30 hits a month just for this one page, right? You add them up, all right, fair enough. These are low numbers, and you know, like I say, in some ways it's a bit of a bad example. But if you add all of these up, you do a page for each, right? Then, and I mean that one there is gold in itself, because people that are searching for promo codes or retailers, those are buying keywords. All right, fair enough. There's no one actually searching for that, but you know, this one here, you can. There's money to be made here, but it's not going to be masses. But that's just because of the niche. But what I'm saying is, you apply these principles to any niche that you want, and providing you've got the hours to actually sit here and go through all these keyword combinations, you're going to find, sooner or later, you're going to find something where you can make money. And if it takes you, say, $250 to get a web page up on this, that's, you know, your time, design, domain name, hosting, stuff like that, then how long is it going to take you to make that money back? Well, realistically, probably 2 or 3 months if you're selling, you know, a few of these to this sort of volume of users, and your content's good enough to actually bring in repeat, you know, viewers and that. If you do a good job, you know, you'll make your money back. And this is what it's all about, really. This is how I use this product. Finding keywords and dominating niches as a result. So I hope this has been of use to you. And I know this is a sort of fluffy, high-level overview of how this product actually works, and I'm sure you've probably had a bash through it, and you want to get into some of the more gritty stuff. So the next video really is going to be about what these all mean and how they relate to your keyword searches. And for the next search, we're going to swap back to Harry Potter, because I'm a bit bored of dunking yo-yos. So thanks for watching, and see you in video 4, I think it's going to be. Yeah, video 4. Let's just double check that. Yeah, video 4. You know, I should probably check these things before I start. But anyway, thanks for watching. See you in the next video.